Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review for episode 3 of the Endgame. Let's get into this. Okay, yeah, so this episode 3, is entitled Bury the Lead, or Lead. L-E-D-E. How do you pronounce that? Lead. Anyway, regardless, I know this review is a little bit later than what I would normally post, or I have done the past 2 weeks. That's due to work. Yeah, so I fell asleep during this episode. That's nothing. That's saying nothing about the quality. That isn't a dig at the show or a dig. It's just I've come home from work. I was really tired. I put it on. I fell asleep. Like to go back and watch the end again. But anyway, so this episode, the primary focus of this episode is the bank robbery. Well, you got the bank robbery again, and they take one of the hostages and they stick her into a vault. She's got 4 hours till the air runs out, and Elena Fedorova says that she'll only talk to one person, that being this news anchor, this quite big news anchor actually, who used to work within the White House and this sort of a thing, and he goes into the bank, and they ask him a question about what does he know about the Swan, as there happens to be a fire in this place across the road, which the name of the place in Russian means Swan. They find a dead body there. It's of this girl that went missing 2 weeks prior, who was like an investigative reporter who was working on something big. She's sort of linked to him, this sort of stuff going on. You got a big flashback within the episode of Elena with Owen and Sergei and how they met and what happened to him and the sort of relationship that they had. You know, so you got these two sort of storylines going on. By the end of the episode, Elena has started to ingratiate herself more within the denizens of New York City. She's getting everyone to like her by exposing people, by exposing this fella for what he truly is, some sort of, having something to do with this girl's murder, this sort of a thing. And she's saying that she wants to be friends with Val Turner. Now, you get now at the very end of the episode, you find Val Turner finds this USB stick that's hidden inside a book that she's got. She's kind of pointed towards it by her husband Owen, who's given her a 4-leaf clover, wherever he got that from in prison. But I suppose you can get anything, can't you? He's given her that in the prison in flashback scene, or scene that we'd seen. But yeah, anyway, so she's still got it. She sees a book with one on, she pulls it out, she finds this, and that's where the episode ends, that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, I feel a bit out of it with this episode, because I fell asleep because I was just so tired, But, it's got solid acting. Enjoyable storylines, I'm interested to see where the show's going more than anything else, because it can't keep up with what it's doing. That's the bit that intrigues me the most, is that you can't consistently have Elena in this prison sort of a situation, having planned out everything that's going to go on for ages and ages and ages, knowing everyone's move before it happens. That can't carry on as the premise of the show. It's got to sort of alter when this comes to fruition, when this storyline comes to fruition, and I'm more interested in seeing how they plan that out than pretty much anything else, because at the moment the show sort of seems like it's backing itself into a corner with its setup, which is fine for a 1-season run, probably, sort of a half-season run, which is, I believe this is going to be. I don't know how many episodes it was commissioned for or anything like that, because I haven't looked it up. But yeah, so I want to see where it goes. If it gets picked up for a season 2, where it's going to go within that season 2, the relationship that these two primary characters have and what they will be doing, because they've got to do more than what the show's doing at the moment and giving you at the moment. Now, when I was watching it, I was thinking, okay, obviously the links to the blacklist that people made, and myself, were sort of far off. There's still a very sort of faint sprinkling of it, but for the most part, it isn't a remake of The Blacklist or anything like that. It is completely different. And I did wonder while watching it whether it has more in common with maybe something like Person of Interest. Whether I saw a bit more of that in the sort of making of it than what I do to Blacklist, which is sort of interesting, I suppose, in my own mind. But yeah, so, you know, it looked like a solid episode. It was enjoyable. I like the growth of the character of Elena and how she's not only ingratiating herself against to the people of New York City, but also as a viewer. You know, but yeah, I'm just curious to see where it's going to go more than anything else. Whether it can maintain. Oh, so sorry, I'm just so tired. Whether it can maintain what it's been doing this time. Anyway, so that's it. Just a quick chat about it. Yeah, not really feeling it this week, but there you go. It's AJ. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care all and goodbye.